So it looks like the drama between Rosanna Pansino and MrBeast is continuing. Within a week, Rosanna has called MrBeast out, apologized for calling MrBeast out, retracted her apology, deleted the post, and now people think MrBeast has alluded to the situation in a tweet. So recently, Rosanna called out MrBeast for lying in his hide-and-seek challenge video that she was a part of. MrBeast has always claimed that his videos are authentic and real, so this was huge of her to call him out like that, especially since Rosanna never gets in drama or calls anybody out. So with those two things in mind, you know it's real. In the hide-and-seek video, Rosanna reached the top 3 in the challenge, but with the way the video was edited, it made her look like she got eliminated way sooner than she actually did. When she spoke out about this, she said that she was very disappointed because she saw it as a huge accomplishment being stolen away from her. She also felt so lied to because MrBeast has always said that his videos are real. In the final version of the video, Logan Paul replaced her in the top 3, and Rosanna thinks that this could be because she's a woman. She says that it felt like a boys' club because the top 3 were ultimately all guys. But MrBeast and Logan Paul do have pretty similar audiences, so that could also be why as well. Rosanna first called him out on Trisha Paytas' podcast, Just Trish. Then she went on to the H3 podcast to talk about it, then tweeted a lot about the situation after. And because of that, the situation was getting a lot of attention from a lot of people. Rosanna was calling out a huge creator who never gets called out, so she was catching people's attention. When everything came out, a lot of people were leaving comments on MrBeast's videos and posts about Rosanna, calling him out and telling him to apologize to her. He was getting a lot of justice for Rosanna comments. And with that came some hate towards Rosanna from MrBeast's fans. So people not only wanted MrBeast to speak up about the situation, but they also wanted him to tell his fans to cool it with her, because they were being pretty nasty. One reason she was getting a ton of hate was because Rosanna didn't speak to him privately about the situation, and instead just went public, so people were calling her a clout chaser. But she did explain why she went public instead of privately speaking to him.
Another question that I got was, well, why didn't you reach out to him privately?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you reach out? And the video was public.
Yeah.
I found out when it went public, and he didn't have the decency to contact me privately and tell me, hey, just to let you know, to make the video more entertaining, we cut you out.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give me a heads up.
But Rosanna shared that she also reached out to MrBeast privately. After her interview on the H3 podcast, she did reach out to MrBeast privately and share their messages to Twitter. In the messages, you can see that he didn't want to message about it, and he instead insisted on a phone call. And people think that he so badly wanted her on a phone call because there's no record or proof of anything being said on the call. So he can pretty much just say anything, and there's no proof of it. Rosanna tweeted screenshots of the messages and captioned it, "If he wanted to say it to me on the phone, he can say it in writing. When I asked him to send over the raw footage to review the timeline, he went radio silent. MrBeast kept pressing me to get on the phone and refused to answer any of my questions in writing. His very first message to her is, 'What's your phone number? I'd love to call and see if we can figure out what happened.'" Then Rosanna wrote a long and heartfelt message about how she felt about being edited out. She said that it was causing her a ton of mental stress and that she just felt awful about the situation. And to that, he said, "Obviously, I wasn't trying to make you look bad. And then again, just give me a time we can chat. I'm not mad or anything, just want to help." Then she asked him why he lied and why he put Logan in the top 3 instead of her, even though she was in the top 3. And she said that she was proud of what she accomplished, and it really built some confidence in her, and she was just very proud of herself. And to that, MrBeast was very dismissive and just wanted her on that call so badly. He said, "I don't know, been a while. Let's call and figure it out." That message literally gets me every time. But then Rosanna ended the conversation by saying, "I'll give you some time to look into it and remember, and then we can discuss. I'm more than happy to review all the raw footage to help show the timeline of events. Feel free to send it over to my team. Let me know." Rosanna then followed that tweet up with a post that said that he never gave her the raw footage. So far, MrBeast has spoken up about the situation, but only in Rosanna's DMs. But then after tweeting some more about MrBeast and getting a lot of hate from his fans, fans, she deleted all her tweets about him and issued him an apology. The most notable points in her apology are, "I should have expressed my feelings privately and handled things directly," and "I will be removing all the posts where I talk about Creator Games and Jimmy." People found it interesting and crazy that she went from tweeting about him and the situation a ton to doing a complete 180 and apologizing to him. Some people even thought that he threatened her legally, which maybe he did. Rosanna did tell H3 that she broke her NDA, so this is entirely possible. And this could also be seen as defamation since she's calling him a liar and saying that his videos aren't authentic, which could be pretty harmful to how people see his videos now. But then again, I really don't see how Rosanna could affect his viewership. He's getting tens of millions of views per video, and I don't think she'll be harming that. Or another possibility is that maybe she actually did reach out to him again privately, either by DMs or phone call, and maybe he did seem understanding of the situation. She might have told him how she genuinely felt about everything, and maybe he reassured her of things and made her feel better, or at least to the extent of her wanting to remove all her posts about him. Or again, maybe he threatened her legally. Or maybe it was just the hate getting to her. She's never been in drama before, so this is all new to her. I'm sure it's been so overwhelming for her to be getting so many hate comments and so many, threats coming her way from MrBeast's fans, and maybe that was enough to delete her post about him. But then a few days later, she posted a tweet saying that she retracts her apology. And in this tweet, she says, "Based on recent new information and developments behind the scenes, I have learned that certain issues will never be handled privately and will only be dismissed or covered up privately." And with that part, people think that she might have asked for the footage from MrBeast again, but he probably said that the footage was lost or deleted, which is him quote-unquote covering it up. If Rosanna shared the previous DMs to her Twitter between her and MrBeast, I wonder if she'll post the recent ones. People are continuing to call her dramatic and are acting like the situation is no big deal, so maybe sharing these conversations could help her case, especially with the fact that she's been losing more support with the more she tweets. This situation obviously isn't the biggest deal, and there are worse things that have happened, but this is a big deal to Rosanna, and she should be able to share it. At the end of the day, she was still wronged by MrBeast with no explanation. Being in the top 3 was a huge accomplishment and a win for her, and to her, it felt like MrBeast ripped it away from her, and she's allowed to feel that way. I think a lot of people would feel that way. So everything that MrBeast has said so far about the situation has came from Rosanna herself and her Twitter. But now, he's speaking out himself on his own Twitter, or so people think. The other day, MrBeast posted a video where he went to Africa and built 100 wells for villagers, which of course is amazing and admirable that he did that. But after he posted that video, he posted this tweet, which people think is alluding to the drama with Rosanna. The tweet said, "I already know I'm gonna get canceled because I uploaded a video helping people, and to be 100% clear, I don't care. I'm always going to use my channel to help people and try to inspire my audience to do the same." People think this is his way of speaking out about the Rosanna drama, and also his way of not being able to take criticism regarding the situation. But he didn't outright mention Rosanna by name, but it was enough to let the small percentage of people who know about the drama know that he's referring to it. I personally think that this is his statement regarding the situation and his way of speaking out. Rosanna said in her last tweet regarding the situation about the retracted apology that he was being dismissive in her DMs, and this tweet sounds pretty dismissive of the situation, especially with that "I don't care." And also, why would people cancel him for giving clean water to people in Africa? Plus, Rosanna isn't trying to cancel MrBeast. No one's trying to cancel him. He does great work and helps so many people, and people don't want him to stop. People just want him to make things right with Rosanna and the other creators he did this to, and put out some sort of explanation as to why he lied in his video after claiming his videos are so authentic. After hearing what Rosanna had to say, people are questioning what's real and what isn't in his videos. So if he just explained why he did what he did with Rosanna and Logan Paul, people could get an understanding of why he did what he did. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this entire situation in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next video.